Alright, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another freaking reaction video. In this video, we got, the real truth about Andrew Tate after spending time with him exposed. So I guess I'm assuming this one he said he don't have female friends. So I guess I'm assuming this was a girl he used to talk to or something like that. But she says she finna expose him, but
Andrew Tate. My name is Leah Heilpan, and before I get into this video, I do want to let you know that this particular episode is sponsored by the cryptocurrency exchange Andrew Tate. I want to tell you who he is based on my personal experiences with him. We did an interview together, which has actually got 2.1 million views. So if you haven't seen that, I'm going to leave the card for you here.
Oh, that's old girl from the that's that girl that he went on a date with for a YouTube video. Like, it wasn't like a real date, but it was like for content. And I know.
So links again in the description below. So definitely check that out. I've actually met.
She looked different.
Andrew on several occasions. The first time I met him was in 2020, so 2 years ago. We met in Romania, in Bucharest, through a mutual friend, and we all went out for dinner together. He turned up in a Lambo, which was pretty cool. He was there with his girlfriend, I was there with some friends, and we all had dinner, and we all had a really, really nice time. We spoke a lot about crypto, we spoke a lot about COVID, we spoke a lot about all the crazy things that are going on in the world at the moment. He asked me my opinion on it. We had a really nice intellectual conversation. He wasn't rude to me, he wasn't inappropriate with me, and he was very gentlemanly and very friendly. We then ordered some food. He said, please order anything you like. He was very polite and friendly to the waiters and waitresses, which I think is also a sign of somebody's character. He got the bill, which was very generous. It was obviously going to be very expensive. We ordered wine, meat, starters, dessert. We all had a really great time. A couple of days later, we were actually invited to go over to his house. I got to his house and he was very hospitable, very friendly. He showed us around. He was very respectful. I didn't feel uncomfortable. He was very nice, very friendly. He was very funny. We spoke a lot about Bitcoin and crypto. He told me about different investments he made, I think in like Link or something like that. And everybody was just chatting, having a really nice time. We ordered some drinks, we ordered some food. He then went to go play chess on the computer by himself. And we just spoke about everything and anything. He wasn't inappropriate with me. He didn't try to touch me inappropriately or speak with me inappropriately. He just asked me really about things that I'm interested in, you know? And actually one story that I do really want to...
I feel like a lot of people misperceive, like they don't understand Tate purpose. Like, I guess they missing it and they hearing what they want to hear, like they nitpicking on what they want to hear, the bad things, the good things here, calling him misogynist. But bro, I'm telling y'all, I watch Tate Confidentials, I watch all this man videos, bro. Gentle guy to me, a gentleman to me. Gentleman, or whatever you call it, gentleman.
Is they'd ordered some pizza for us. Him and his brother had ordered some pizza. I don't eat pork, ham, or anything that comes from a pig, and so they ordered.
We can tell, skinny mini.
Pizza with pepperoni on it and sausages and stuff like that. So I turned around to him and I said, "Hey, do you mind? I know you've already ordered it, but do you mind calling them back and ordering something else? Like, I can't eat that." He was more than happy to do that, and I felt more than comfortable asking. Called them back up, ordered me a margarita pizza, and it was.
Hey, most of the people watching this probably surprised and all that. What? Andrew Tate actually has manners? Bro, y'all know exactly what y'all do. Y'all know what the internet do. They nitpick the things that they want to hear, clip the parts that sound bad. They only hear, I guess, him talking about women, but they never hear him calling dudes fat, lazy, and they need to get up off their ass and make something out of themselves. But ain't nobody never hear the good stuff. They only hear, I ain't gonna care, they choose what bad stuff they won't hear. But it's not surprising to me.
No problem. There were some other girls there. They were all having a really nice time. Everybody seemed really happy and like they were enjoying themselves. It was then time to leave, and I got an Uber home, and that was it. So that was 2 years ago. Fast forward to September 2021, we hadn't really spoken, but he actually dropped me a text message saying that he was going to be in London, where I was based at the time. Do I want to come out and meet him and just catch up? So I actually went to go meet Andrew, his brother, and some of their friends in Knightsbridge. So I went by myself, I got an Uber, and I went to go meet him. I decided to go by myself because I felt fully comfortable. I trusted this person. I met him twice, I've had conversations with him, and I trusted him. He was very gentlemanly, he welcomed me. I sat sat next to him.
Man.
We spoke a lot about my book, actually, which he said he was going to buy and he never did. So that's my only, up to this point, that's my only bad thing I have to say about Andrew. He said he was going to buy my book, Undressing Bitcoin. I'll leave the link in the description.
No, L free promo, nobody.
But he hasn't bought it yet, but he said he was going to. So Andrew, you need to buy my book. You promised me. Other than that, he ordered every single cocktail on the menu. He ordered me a cigar to smoke. I never smoked a cigar before. And again, we just spoke about the world. We spoke about the last 2 years. Nobody was misogynistic. Nobody made any uncomfortable jokes. Nobody
exactly, bro. I guess it's
not
surprising to me because I get his message. I get everything that he's saying. Like, bro, this not surprising to me. It's probably surprising to y'all because y'all hear him saying that he don't want a woman driving a car. But what y'all miss is he never said that a woman can't drive, a woman can't be like a race car driver. He said that he's not gonna let a woman drive his car based on his personal experience because he got in a car accident. But what he got called misogynist and sexist and all that extra stuff for it. When it's just his, like, bro, they nitpick the things that they want to hear, I swear.
Inappropriately or anything like that. Absolutely not. Everything was very nice. I felt very comfortable, and his brother had a nice young girl that was there. She seemed very happy, like she was enjoying herself. Then eventually,
what's her name? Leah, whatever her name is. her for putting this video out.
I decided that I wanted to go home, and Andrew walked me out, got up like a gentleman, walked me to the front of the building, and he ordered me an Uber home, and he ordered me an XXL executive, the most over-the-top extravagant Uber there is. He paid for it, and he said to the Uber driver, "This is my wife. Please make sure you look after her, make sure she gets home safely. Otherwise, he'd have him to deal with." I thought that was very, very nice. He's being very gentlemanly, making sure that I got home safely, which is totally different and in contrast to what social media is saying about him.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's literally the opposite of what social media portray. Hey, y'all hear the big words I'm using? I'm a demon.
And they're saying that he hates women, he abuses women.
I can't be too loud.
And clearly none of that is true in my personal experience so far. I've been with him alone with his brothers, and nothing negative has happened. I've always felt very protected and very comfortable. And he texted me to make sure that I got home okay. Andrew says that women are the most precious things on the planet and they need to be protected. And that certainly felt true. It felt like he really meant what he said. So that was September 2021. So fast forward to December 2021. I'm in Miami. He's in Miami. And he drops me a message and he says, "Hey, let's do an interview." So I actually got an Uber to his place, to his house where he was staying in Miami. Again, I went by myself and I felt very comfortable to go by myself. And I was right. I get to his place, and then Andrew's just there around the corner and he says hi, and everything was very nice. And actually he had he had professional catering staff. So they'd actually laid out a long table in the kitchen of fruits. There was granola, yogurts, there was croissants, coffee, tea. Everything looked really delicious. And he offered me some breakfast, which was nice. We kind of discussed the questions that we were going to talk about. Now, I wanted to do the interview with him because he has a lot of controversial opinions. And there's a lot that I agreed with him on in the interview. There's parts that I disagreed with him on, which I kind of mentioned. But overall, I was very open-minded and happy to do the interview because I really wanted to learn more about him. Okay, so the first controversial comment, which a lot of people don't like that he said in the interview, was he compared women to children. Now, I think a lot of what Andrew says is hyperbole and I think it's exaggerated.
Okay, let me clear up some stuff because I know a lot of y'all are small-minded. Y'all only hear the negative. It's just like the example with the supercar, bro. I mean, the car that he driving, something like that. He said, if I had a luxury vehicle and there's people trying to break in, well, let me not even get into that. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. He basically used an analogy, like a female, like as a car, but like he didn't say that a female is a car or comparing a female to a car. He was giving an analogy, and a lot of people call it sexist, I guess, because he comparing them to objects, which is. How is he comparing? He just giving you an analogy so it could be better understanding for you. I don't understand, bro. A lot of people do that, and it's a lot of small-minded people that do that too. Hold on, let me see what she was about to say because I forgot what I was about to say.
He compared women to children.
Yeah, he didn't compare women to children. He gave an analogy so it can be more understandable. He did not compare women to children. That's how y'all need to stop taking it. Listen to the message. They don't hear the message. They only hear the words. They don't get the full point across, bro.
I think a lot of what Andrew says is hyperbole and I think it's exaggerated and it's simply just an analogy.
It's simply an analogy and of course it's exaggerated. It's it's for entertainment.
Doesn't literally think women are children. If
Exactly.
he thought women were children, he wouldn't be
Thank
sleeping
you.
with women. He's basically saying women are not men. Women are delicate.
Exactly.
Women are emotional.
Thank you. She catching. Hold on. She got a like in the sub. She's finally, bro. They finally had one with a brain. Bro, this is the only female I know that with a brain that never called this man. Bro, his analogies are simply an analogy to help you more explain his point.
Whether it's emotional support, whether it's physical support, we need attention, and all of these things. I agree with him. He said that women are difficult to travel with, and I understand that. We get hungry, and if we're not fed, we get hangry. So I understand when he says women are children. We're emotional.
He didn't say women are children. He's pro for the last. It was an analogy. I mean, I get what she's saying. She is speaking facts, but yeah, that was the point. She got the message. Most of y'all just hear the words in the message, and y'all, oh my God, Andrew Tate is comparing me to a kid. He's saying all females are children. Dumbasses.
We need emotional support, and I think the older I get, the more I value men, the more I understand how men can provide stability, emotional stability. They're that anchor to reality, which I think women really need. But like I said, you've got to take what he says with a pinch of salt. He's a marketer. It's hyperbole. It's going to be exaggerated.
Yeah, it's going to be exaggerated.
The second point is the whole thing about monogamy. He says when you're a high-value man, you can have as many women as you want.
That's facts.
Now, I agree. I don't necessarily think this is ethical or unethical, but I think it's true. You see some of the richest, most successful men in the world, they have multiple women because they can. Now, here's the distinction and the important point to make. If all the women involved know the truth, they know the deal, they know what's going on, then I think it's fine. My pushback was, he was sort of saying that, all men are this way. I don't think he can tar all men with the same brush. I think that would be unfair. He can't.
No, that's definitely fair, bro. That's definitely fair. All men, bro. If a man had if every man was a high value man, well, say if somebody was a high value man, I mean a non-high value man, and he had a girlfriend that he'd been dating for like 5 years. They sent us out of the same apartment, all that good shit. And he had the choice of becoming a high value man and freaking, bro, I'm messing on my own freaking, bro, y'all get what I'm trying to say, bro. Every dude, like, the same female, there's nothing wrong with coming home to the same female. But at the same time, men also find other women attractive while being with a female. And it's facts. You can't deny it, bro. It's facts.
I'll speak for all men, obviously, but like he also says, exceptions don't make rules. So the rule is, if you're super high value, you're the man that every single woman wants, then yes, you can have multiple women and the women will be okay with that. There are other things that I disagree.
I feel like as long as you tell the woman the truth and you let her know, and I feel like if you come home to that woman every single night, and say if you got kids with her too, if you come home to her and her kids every single night, bro, there's no problem sleeping with other women, in my opinion, bro. Because at the end of the day, he worked hard to become a high value man. Becoming a high value man is not easy. And becoming a high value man does not just involve money. You gotta actually be something. You gotta be in shape. You gotta be strong a little bit. Come on now, you gotta, bro. It's more stuff that become with a high value man, bro. And it's easy. It's easy for females to become like, only thing they gotta do is be pretty,
Agreed with him on, but overall it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day we're having a conversation, and just because I may disagree with him on something, it doesn't mean that I have to be offended. It doesn't mean that he's being sexist. It doesn't mean that he's being misogynistic. It doesn't mean that he's being an abuser. It just means we disagree, and we can disagree because we're adults. Now I want to address the rumors and the misconceptions. Now one of the most controversial things that keeps going round, and a lot of my friends are actually texting me saying, is, Leia, how can you justify Andrew's opinion whereby Andrew says women are my property? Now, he
never said women are. Oh wait, okay. Let me explain for y'all. And by the way, I'm 18. I'm more wise than you niggas think, bro. He don't mean women his property by like he own a house as well. Oh yes, he do, and he can. Y'all, it's not okay. Property. Never mind. Females just sensitive. Fuck, I can't say what I want to say because y'all just gonna get offended, sensitive, all that shit. I was trying to sugarcoat it a little bit from what he was saying so y'all could get to the better point, but ain't no sugarcoating. Y'all are the man's property. Like, believe it or not, if you sell your coochie on OnlyFans, I know the analogy she talking about too. He was saying, if my girl wants to do OnlyFans, having sex with other dudes, basically showing her vagina, tits, her private areas that's for that man to the world, and then he should have all of the cut. He should, because at the end of the day, that is his girl. That's not saying that that's his property, but that is his girl. Property is kind of crazy, but that is his girl, bro. And she gotta respect that. Her private areas is his. Like, just like my old lady, her private areas are mine. It's facts.
Women the property of men? It's a great question. Now, again, I think that statement is hyperbole. I think that it's an exaggeration. Yeah,
it's exaggerated. That's not saying property kind of crazy, but like, Andrew Tate, a very smart man, so he know the word to use so it could get attention. And by him saying property, he knew that it was gonna get attention. But the smart ones, bro, we caught on to what he was trying to say. Everybody else just kind of, oh my god, he just called women her property, crying and shit. But the smart ones caught on.
Essentially, in that it's the man's responsibility to provide for her, to lead her, to protect her. That's sort of why he would say women are a man's property.
Yes,
you don't have to be offended by it. It's also not a new concept either. It's why the father walks the woman down the aisle when she gets married. It's always going to be a man that walks the woman down the aisle and gives her over to her husband. Since the dawn.
Bro, this woman is intelligent, bro. This woman is intelligent. We need more like her, bro. And by the way, as you can tell, she's not from the United States, so obviously all American females are dumb as shit.
Of time, women have been men's property, but not in a negative way. In a way that it's the man's responsibility to always look after.
Hey, the rest of freaking American girls, city girls on top, girl. We having a hot girl summer, bitch. Period.
To her, always provide for her, always to make sure she's okay, she's safe. I think that's beautiful. I think we're trying to be offended by something which actually is a very beautiful concept.
Exactly.
In fact, the kind of man that I'm looking for is a man that will also consider me to be his property, because when I'm his property, he's going to make sure nothing bad happens to his property. The same way a man protects his car, his house, his family, is the same way that I hope that my husband one day will protect me.
If that's my property, ain't nobody gonna fuck with that, bro. And no shape, sense, form, whatever the fuck you want to say, nobody gonna fuck with that, bro.
Another really controversial topic is the fact that Andrew talks about liking younger girls. Now, a lot of these clips that we see of Andrew have actually been taken out of context. So when he talks about younger girls, we're not talking about women who are younger than 18. And I don't think he's ever said that. I've never heard Andrew say he's into young girls. He's talking about women in their 20s as opposed to women in their 30s and 40s. And there's nothing wrong with that. How can you be offended by somebody's sexual preference? And this is nothing new either. I think a lot of this stuff with Andrew, he's saying what everybody else is thinking.
Exactly. It's facts.
Since the dawn of time, I preferred younger women for whatever reason, and that's okay. Women have always dated older men. Nobody's ever had a problem with that. The kind of man that I'm looking for is a man that's going to be in his 30s, because I need certain things, and I know that I'm more likely to find that in a man in his 30s.
Oh my god, I hope all you city girls want to be bad bitches, boss bitches. I hope y'all listening to this queen right here, bro. She understands, bro.
I remember when I was growing up and
she's going to get married and have kids and gonna have a happy family, while y'all want to be city girls, boss bitches.
19, 20, 21, and I'd be wanting a man that was 25, 26, and the men my own age would be really hurt and offended by that. And
setting up our Squarespace.
They be trying to get me copyrighted like a bit. I'm tired of that background music.
There's nothing you can do about that. I didn't like guys my own age the same way men don't like women their own age.
Exactly. I like young women as well.
This is just reality, and it's not a big deal. And I think actually Andrew is doing a great good for women and for feminism. I think Andrew's actually the greatest feminist if you think about it. And I've actually texted Andrew and I told him girls that are 15 years old in 10 years time will have a big thank you to say.
Bro, this is the prime example, the difference between Western women and women outside of the West, bro. Look at this, bro. Listen to this, bro. This right here is a queen.
Because the guys that are currently 25 are consuming this content and learning how to be a man, you know? What does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to protect and provide? Forget toxic masculinity. Andrew's actually teaching men how to be men. When these 15-year-olds turn 25 and they're looking at men that are 35, you know, they're going to have better men to pick from because they've learned from Andrew. To wrap up, I think there's a massive war on masculinity right now. To really show this war on masculinity across media outlets.
Like I said in my other videos, bro, this world is shooting down masculinity, bro.
They're talking about, you know, if a man wants to work out and he's got muscles, it means he's right wing and he's probably going to be sexist and a misogynist. I mean, what the hell is that? The government, this system, they want you weak. They want men particular to be weak, fat, and compliant, so that they can't fight the tyranny. Because when you're weak, fat, and compliant, addicted to porn and unable to get outside your house and actually be aware of what's going on in the world, then the powers that be have more control. When men are strong, when men are intelligent, when men are entrepreneurs, when men are hitting the gym, that is not good for those who are in charge. And so, like I said earlier, I'm personally very excited about what Andrew's doing. He's empowering men to be better. As a woman, I want a strong man. I want a man that's going to look after me. And only a strong man who knows how to take personal responsibility, somebody that's wise, somebody that's smart, only that kind of man is going to be able to do that. A lot of women are settling for men that aren't particularly strong because there aren't strong men left. And so women are miserable. Women are then having to become more masculine so they can fill that void that's been created.
And it's not just females' fault. I mean, it's not females' fault that masculinity failing. It's niggas' fault. Most definitely. I agree.
By society, because men,
most of y'all fat, ugly slobs, and y'all a bunch of bitches, emotional little bitches that's gonna sit and cry. Oh, I'm so depressed. Instead of getting up off your ass, go work out, get some fucking money, you lazy shit.
and aren't men anymore.
It's not that
I think
hard,
femininity can truly flourish in an environment whereby she's safe. And safety is masculinity. It's masculine energy.
Exactly.
It's showing her that everything's going to be okay. You know.
Hey, say we need to protect her at all costs. We need to protect her at all
costs.
That
is how femininity can truly.
Say loyally. Hey, make sure you have like 1,000 kids. So yeah.
Flourish. And so when a man can be a man, as Andrew's empowering him to be, and a woman can be a woman, and that makes me happy. So overall, to wrap up this video, I have had nothing but positive encounters with Andrew Tate. He's always been very gentlemanly. I think he's very fun. He's very charismatic. He's very smart. I think he's a great businessman. He's also, let me say, I haven't mentioned this yet, he's also loyal. He's loyal to his friends. He's loyal to his brothers. And that is a huge sign of somebody's character. Yep. There's a lot of accusations about him online, and honestly, I just don't believe them because I've met the guy, and because I don't believe them, I will meet Andrew again, and we will do another podcast again. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and hit
subscribe. Make sure I like, comment, subscribe, bro. If y'all agree with everything I said, because it's definitely facts, and most of you niggas, bro, y'all bitches, it's simple, bro. Like the queen said, bro. Everything Andrew Tate says is facts. You don't have to agree with it. You could disagree, all that shit. But at the end of the day, we all know that it's facts, bro. If you got a girlfriend or wife right now, you can't tell me that you didn't see a girl walking at the mall with some tights on, her ass poking out her jeans, her titties showing the sheet, and you can't tell me you didn't say, damn, she fine as shit. You can't even cap. I know I do. The fuck? What's gonna happen? I'ma die. Like, bro, alright, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all want more videos like this. And shout out to her, by the way, for putting on some positivity out for Andrew Tate, no cap, because I know he just got banned and shit. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I want her that for the line. Yeah.